myself, I wonder if, like, anybody who knows that person's going to get any blowback about this.
Like, occasionally somebody will post something about someone, and they'll, like, in my position, and they'll tag their employer in it, like, is this acceptable?
It would be an incredible blessing if y'all would support my fundraiser to replace my dying T-500 with a Muchi GT7. URL.
And then they get super mad. You're coming for my job. You literally came for my job 10 minutes ago. Like, now you're mad that I'm coming for your job? That how this works? Oh, I've got to play this audio. Oh, this is so good.
For those who don't use PayPal, please use Bitsense URL.
Speaking of which, I might be downsizing the size of my bed here. Maybe I should get a MyPillow. Biggest mattress.
You got a 5-star painting spot here. 5-star.
Yeah, they paint beds.
I downsized my bed to my nursery chair.
Solid choice. Yeah. I still don't know why you didn't go with a rollout couch.
I will tell you, it doesn't do much for my circulation. I realized I'm setting up on my newsroom chair is very comfortable.
Stream elements about running emergency robot.
And I said, if you do, I seriously...
Hello there, welcome to channel.
New chair.
No, I didn't want a new chair. I said, if you replace that chair, I will quit. It was Tony, the old engineer. You know, Tony got would like to be set as my nuts.
Oh, yeah. It was going to happen no matter what.
If you don't want me to replace it, you'll have to talk to Scott. I mean, it's like one of those things. It's like, yeah, no, you replace it and I'm quitting, and then you explain that instead.
You didn't even want a new chair. I've been begging for a new chair for years.
I just didn't want a new chair.
Hey, good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. Newstalk 95 is Ray Michiana's new show. I want to say something, but I'm not going to say it. But I desperately want to call to action for the audience. I really do. But I'm not going to. One of those chairs that Dan Bongino is always promoting, one of those chairs, they have like the massager in them and stuff like that. And he's always like, I don't even want to stand up anymore. It's like 6-year-old game. But he has that, the X chair? Is that it? The X chair?
That sounds good.
Yeah, the X chair. See, to me, the X chair sounds like it should be required to be a wheelchair company. Like Professor X, like that could be their whole shtick. Like that would be amazing.
Casey brings this up because you gotta tell the story now. Well, he brings this up because
the chair is a running thing on the show because the chairs that I'm sitting on right now make me want to kill myself. They're awful and they're horrible. They're only slightly better than the awful, horrible chairs we had before. And you have to understand, there's a rich, solid history of this particular model of chair breaking over and over and over again. What do they replace it with? A new chair that doesn't break? No, the same chair, and it breaks within a week every damn time.
that is true.
This was such an issue 3 years ago. It was before COVID. That our boss, her sister listens to the show and sent our boss, the general manager, an email and said, could you please get Casey a new chair? It sounds awful on the radio.
Forgot about that.
Did I get a new chair? No. I did not.
No, but I got called into the office. I do remember this.
Now, John loves his chair in the newsroom upstairs.
Why does John get the good chair?
Thing all the time. We're always joking about John falling asleep. But he has this really comfortable chair that he sits in all day over there. And they were forcing you to replace the chair.
Yeah, last summer, the old chairs around here comes in and they're like, they want an air and they're like, you're due for a new chair. And I said, oh, well, I don't want a new chair. I like this chair. And they're like, well, you're going to have to talk to our management about that because we're getting you a chair. And I said, you give me a new chair. If I walk in here one day and this chair is not sitting here, I will leave. I will find a new job.
I can't get a new chair for years, right? Can't get a new chair.
Yeah, so I turned the chair
John
down.
doesn't want one, and they're forcing it down his throat.
I turned the chair down now Casey's mad at me because...
No, I'm not mad at you. I'm just mad at the situation. I'm like, I'm just like, can I have the chair? You're going to get him a new chair. Can I get it? Is that possibility?
Unfortunately, the person who was trying to cram the chair down my throat no longer works here.
Well,
so
yeah, that's
you're
true.
at ground zero.
Well, let me rephrase that. We have resorted to welding the footrest of these chairs to the base of the chair so they don't rattle.
I can't believe that I was told that. I mean, I was trying to save the company money, but I like the chair I have. It's old and it's decrepit.
My chairs are expensive.
Yeah. And so I said, I like my chair.
$2 grand.
I was told that I would have to talk and get that clear through upper management. Believe that?
It's so funny. Everybody who sits on these chairs, first of all, these chairs look nice, okay?
They do look nice.
And we thought they were a major upgrade from the really grotesque ones that we used to have in here.
Oh, yeah, there were.
So these chairs look really nice. I was like, wow, those are nice chairs. Then they sit and they go, they're not nice chairs. Extended period of time because you don't want them to stay. Like you put these in a conference room because you want the meetings to go quick. You don't want anybody to get too comfortable asking questions. But they're just in the studio. We sit here for hours on end.
It's like if you took the chairs that we had that we sit on, and you put them next to like an electric chair where, criminals, Ted Bundy get executed, they would choose the electric chair over this chair.
Well, they have those butt grooves in the electric chair, little cheek grooves. and it's true though. I mean, because they're like, we got you like a brand new one. It was the same chair. We got you a brand new one, and they brought it from like the other side of the building or something. I swear to God, it was 4 days later. The stupid footrest broke on the stupid thing. And it's like, it does the same thing, and that's when you hear the whole metal rattling all the time on the show. That's what that's from. It's from the chair break. That was unplanned, but it killed like 5 minutes. So there's that. I'm going to kill another 40 seconds if you want. Cue my audio, please. This is Cory Bush. The Democrats are doing their best to make it seem like Twitter was actually protecting conservatives and Trump, which is hysterical, but they're trying to. So this is Cory Bush. He's a member of the squad, lesser known, less popular member of the squad. And she is asking a question to Vijay Gotti, who used to really be the woman who ran Twitter. And if you're going to have somebody presenting in front of your committee and you're going to be asking questions, it's probably wise to do your research. But I'm just going to leave this for you to listen to and enjoy.
They did nothing. Miss Gaddy, you were at Twitter on January 6th and asked repeatedly for a retrospective meeting to discuss what happened in the lead up to that day. Management told you, quote, it wasn't a priority for the company. Why was it not a priority for Twitter to learn lessons from January 6th?
I don't believe you're referring to me. I'm the chief legal officer. I did not make that statement.
Now she brought her aide over, trying to look it up. That's embarrassing. I mean, it's one thing if you do a radio show and you just screw up. It's another thing if you're a member of Congress and you've now called witnesses to testify before you. And you're like, why is it that you said this? I don't believe you're referring to me. I never said that. And if she knew anything about Ms. Gotti, she would know that Ms. Gotti hates Republicans and hates conservatives and is pro-censoring anybody even associated with Trump. But she didn't bother to do the work. So it's good to know that you've got people in Congress who think that Guam can tip over because of the number of people walking around on it and misquote people all the time. So that's good news. It's good stuff. You should be proud of that, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely, totally be proud of that. We'll get a little bit more into the Twitter files and some of the stuff that's happening with the testimony a little bit later, just because there's been some really good stuff that's going to come out of it. And by good, I don't mean positive. I mean just kind of interesting in general. But first, I do want to talk about this story on realnewsmichiana.com. Since we were talking about Cori Bush, who's a racist, I figured, might as well do the story as well. realnewsmichiana.com has received more information regarding overt racist jokes being told by longtime and esteemed Elkhart attorney Edward Chester. Just last month, a black woman claims that Chester attempted to assuage her concerns about Chester making racist comments by telling her he isn't racist. He just tells jokes about black people. Does that ever work, John? I'm not racist, I just tell jokes about people. It doesn't work. John doesn't think it works, but John's white. I don't know if his opinion matters. The woman claims that she questioned Chester about racist comments that she had heard when he gave the absurd explanation. Earlier this week, Real News Michiana published a story regarding one of those jokes in which he calls a black woman. Now, keep in mind, I'm not saying this. I am directly quoting this attorney, Edward Chester from Elkhart, okay? He called a black woman nappy head and compared the eyes of black people to those of frogs. And Chester Law Office has told the joke on multiple occasions, according to the people who know him, including the founder of Real News Michiana, Clifton French, who heard the overt racism firsthand. The joke was making fun of a black man who wrote for a black woman. The man shows up at work. It looks like he has been in a fight. He explains his significant other beat him because of the poem that he wrote for her, stating, nappy head, eyes like a frog. Get on your knees so I can believe in you bleed. Something with a dog. Okay?
Wow.
So that's the joke.
Wow. Wow.
If you're going to tell racist jokes, shouldn't they be funny, John? It's a very funny joke. Yeah, anyway. So, again, Clifton saw this, but because it is Clifton, he can't just, necessarily, unless he has it on camera or whatnot, tell everybody, I heard this and saw this, because what ends up happening is, they just assume that it's a political hit job and that sort of thing. And he does identify that he witnessed the joke being told multiple times by Chester, who was related to him by marriage at the time. Real News Michiana has also spoken with several other people who have heard the joke being told by Chester himself. So now we've got a complaint from a black woman about the joke. Just saying, it's kind of weird. I just ran into another story today too. This is another one that came up where a big Democrat fundraising group have now been hit. Yeah, it's Washington Free Beacon. This happens all the time, and it gets no coverage by the news media because they just want to peddle the narrative that the Republicans are racist. 2 former employees of a major liberal dark money group say that they were subjected to racism and discrimination in the workplace, according to a wrongful terminations lawsuit. Both suits allege that the New Venture Fund, a dominant player in Democratic politics that operates a network of liberal organizations, paid black women less than white counterparts, and that black employees risked being fired for pushing back against discrimination. One employee hired as a racial equity consultant said that she was, quote, subjected to racial harassment and frequently shouted down by white colleagues during discussions about race. Well, why does that keep happening? We had allegations of racism and sexism in the Hillary Clinton campaigns and the Bernie Sanders campaigns and the Joe Biden campaigns. There's been several of these left-wing groups that seem to be hit with these racism allegations. CNN, while they were talking about how racist Fox News was being sued by like 107 employees. Kind of weird how that keeps happening, huh? MNC News Time, 432. Time to check out Impress Jewelry Creations, creating meaningful jewelry for the moments that last a lifetime. This is Michiana.
Need some cash.
Alright, folks, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick time out and grab a coffee. I'll play a commercial, some Silver Fox. I'm working on the new Wellerman Wednesday thing as we speak, but it's not finished yet, so we hopefully will have that next week.
That's awesome.
Read an article about that the other day. 2 of the beagles in the puppy rescued from the Fauci experiments. It's a pretty neat thing if you ask me. So if you ask me whoever reported the Super Bowl, it's those 2 cute little guys. So there is a new paper out involving Fauci and...
You guys are imbeciles.
Good. I mean, it's really, but it does look as further evidence about what has happened. Now, the article in Just the News, which is fantastic, by the way, kind of deals with some other stuff at the beginning of it that doesn't necessarily address the Fauci bit that sets out the line for. So what we have is we have some information that Anthony Fauci knows that the COVID vaccines, that they don't really work all that well and that they're unreliable. And he knew that for a long time about holding infection and transmission. And that's because really all of the vaccines for these types of viruses don't do that. And I know that there were a few people out there who were trying to let you know that, getting the vaccines kind of came out that the fact that that's not really how vaccines work and spread per se. But they really shut it down as conspiracy theorists and everything else. We now know the Pfizer lying to you. Pfizer lied to the government. Pfizer lied to everybody. Pfizer told the vaccine doesn't prevent the spread of COVID. Pfizer always knew it doesn't prevent the spread of COVID. And Pfizer
I should not be getting passed by a Cayman. Sorry. Get over there. Oh, in the back? Jeez. Damn.
In general, it's been feasible because all the immunization seems the optimal approach for respiratory viruses. Fauci's belated admission on mucosal immunity spurred indignation on Twitter after 3 years. He just announced this obvious point since Twitter. So basically, after 3 years here, as everybody's been arguing this point, everybody's been trying to make this information to the public. who challenges the scientific basis for mainstream COVID narratives. So again, Fauci is just one of the individuals that part of this paper that was published in this journal. But he does explain in there that the COVID vaccines were never going to stop infection, they were never going to stop the spread of COVID, and they were never going to end the pandemic. So Fauci says that now. So now you're faced
Oh
with
my
a decision.
gosh, this is stupid. I hate this car.
Nutritious out there faced with a decision. Keep in mind, my Discord server was just deleted because I told you this. Think about that. My Discord server was just deleted and erased from history because I told you things like this that Fauci now admits are true. Was Dr. Fauci an ignorant amateur 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 6 months ago, when he told you that none of this was true? Did he suddenly get read up on the situation magically after he stepped down from the NIH and is now technically retired? Did he suddenly have a come to Jesus moment there? So was he inept? Or did he lie to you this entire time?
Lie.
Which one of you has the best-selling Fauci adult novelty items? Which one of you is going to look your vibrating Fauci in the face and have a breakup moment with him? Those are a real thing. Unbelievably, those were real. Because here he is in a scientific journal admitting that the stuff that he told you publicly wasn't happening. Coming up, News Talk 95.3, Channel's News Channel, KC Everton.
Right out of the box. See how it does. And I want your time. Ooh, wow. Alright. Definitely don't have a half an hour to do this, that's for sure. Kind of a bust. Damn it. Sorry about that. Alright, second fan.
Might be getting a bunch of traffic over there. I just confirmed your account, man. So hopefully you can log in or at least do a password reset. It has just been confirmed. Yeah, you're no longer listed in pending. So if you know what your password is, you should be able to log in. And if it doesn't work, like simple reset.
Stock 95.3, Michiana's news channel, your breaking news and weather station.
Now, football fans, FanDuel is the perfect way for everybody to get in on Super Bowl 57 action with no sweat, same game parlays. That means that everybody gets bonus bets back if your Super Bowl same game parlay doesn't hit. Doesn't matter if you're new to FanDuel or if you already have an account. Again, same game parlays let you combine all of your favorite bets for a chance at a bigger payday. You can start building your own or just bet on a popular same game parlay already made for you in America's number one sportsbook. So you can build your same game parlays several different ways. A couple of examples that are really popular are quarterback over rushing yards, running back to score an anytime touchdown, or wide receiver receptions. So you can do, again, any way that you want, and they have same game parlays for you to evaluate and kind of look at if you are interested in learning how to build your own. And if you're new to FanDuel, make sure you sign up with promo code Casey when you download the app. Either way, you get bonus bets back. No sweat, same game parlays not in. You have the Super Bowl every moment more with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL. You must be 21 or over and present in Indiana. 3+ legs, minimum $1 required. Refund issued as non-withdrawal bonus bets will expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus is $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms and sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, please get help at 1-800-9-HIT. What else? There we go. Since we're just talking about COVID, I ran into a very interesting article. It's like more about commentary in people times. So COVID and the 3 tests of compliance. Now this is interesting, especially since so many of you are churchgoers. Jesus in the wilderness faced the temptation to conduct himself with material comfort, fame, and power. Needless to say, he declined every temptation and passed the trial. So too did the couple seeking to enter the order of virtue. In Mozart's The Magic Flute, they blasted right through the test of silence, isolation, and fear. In the opera, much celebration ensues. Fairy tales, too, are often framed by 3 chances. The miller's daughter is given 3 chances to guess Rumpelstiltskin's name, for example. And I'm sure that you can think of other instances. The final movement of the 6th Tragic Symphony of Gustav Mahler features 3 hammer blows, the 3rd of which was later removed by the composer for superstitious reasons. Here, the 3rd signifies death. To this day, audiences wait in anticipation to see if the conductor will motion the percussionist to display the 3rd or not. When he does not, the blow is even more conspicuous in its absence. And here we are in year 3 of the times after the pandemic response sent our lives and those of millions into extraordinary upheaval. To most of us, it seems like a crazy blur of edicts, propaganda, revelation, fear, confusion, division, and shock. So much so that it is hard to keep the history straight. That is something that we've talked about a lot on the show, keeping the history straight, because they have gaslit and changed it around so many times. Part of that was not, or at least completely misremembered. Agreed. And then when the latest bit is, hey, okay, we got some things wrong. Just please forgive us and move on. We did a segment on that not that long ago. Daily, we were bombarded by fake history that we know is wrong. Brownstone has been accumulating all of the receipts, emails, speeches, edits, threats, impositions, demands, and so on. In the face of all of this attempted revisionism, it's hard to keep one's bear. One way to think about these last 3 years is a succession of compliance tests. How much literally good sense are we willing to surrender to the regime in the terms? The policies seem to be constructed for just that purpose. As if to fit the model, they came in 3 great waves. Lockdowns, masks, vaccine mandates. He goes into great detail about all of them and how they apply to the reference yields. But I really hadn't thought of it in those terms. I don't know if there are any pastors out there. Certainly, you are a pastor and you're making this show. This might be a really good one for you to build a sermon.
Now I'm good going to use. Alright. Crying out loud.
And they did give us 3 pillars to overcome. And it's funny because I don't know anybody who overcame those 3 pillars who regrets it. Everybody, well, not everybody, but lots of people that I know that succumbed to those 3 pillars, they have some regrets. But it is very interesting, the way that it was phrased, the way that it was put. I mean, it's a very well-written article, and I only gave you a taste of it. If you happen to be a pastor or a priest or whatever listening to this show, this could be a really good piece for you to build something around.
Alright, I'm gonna get off now. I gotta feed cats and do dishes and stuff. Not a very good stream anyway, sorry about that. See you guys in a little bit.
It would be an incredible